Hey there, you ever hear a story that just sticks in your head? Not because it's got a satisfying twist or a clear ending, but because nothing about it makes sense. Like every time you think you understand it, something new throws you off completely. That's exactly what this one is. This is the disappearance of Lars Mittank, a young man on vacation with friends who suddenly spiraled into paranoia and then vanished. There's actual CCTV footage of the moment it happened. You can see him running, terrified, but what he's running from, no one knows. To this day, nearly 10 years later, it remains one of Europe's creepiest modern mysteries. So, let's start at the beginning. It's summer, July 2014. Lars is 28 years old, German, a regular guy. He's into football, works a steady job as a technician. No history of mental illness, no red flags, just a normal dude. He and a group of friends head to Bulgaria, to a place called Golden Sands. It's a classic tourist spot. Cheap beer, loud clubs, beach parties. If you've ever gone on a last-minute summer trip with your buddies, you know the vibe. For the first few days, it's all good. Lars and his friends are drinking, partying, having fun. And then things take a weird turn. One night, Lars gets into an argument, reportedly over football. Yes, football, like rival team trash talk that escalates. It turns into a fight, and Lars gets punched in the head. He injures his ear. Not badly, but enough to visit a doctor. The local doctor tells him it's a ruptured eardrum. Nothing life-threatening, but he shouldn't fly. Pressure in the cabin could mess it up more. So, the doctor prescribes him cefuroxime, a fairly standard antibiotic, and tells him to rest a few days. Now, his friends offer to stay behind with him. But Lars insists, "No, it's fine. You guys go, I'll catch a later flight home." So they leave, and that's when things get really strange. He checks into a budget hotel near the airport, alone. And almost immediately, his behavior starts to change. He calls his mom, he whispers on the phone, says he's scared, says people are following him. He asks her to cancel his credit card, not because it was stolen, but because he thinks someone might use it. The hotel staff later say he looked terrified. At one point, he hid behind a couch in the lobby. Later that night, he disappears from the hotel for hours. When he returns, he won't say where he went. The next morning, July 8th, Lars heads to the airport. He checks in, has his boarding pass, just needs to get cleared by the airport doctor to fly. He walks into the doctor's office, and something snaps. According to reports, he starts acting paranoid again, muttering something about someone wanting to kill him. Then, without warning, he bolts. He literally runs out of the medical room, leaves his luggage, phone, passport, everything behind. He sprints out of the airport, runs across the entire tarmac area, jumps over a tall metal fence, barefoot, and disappears into the woods. That's the last confirmed sighting of Lars Mittank. There's video of this moment. You see him running at full speed, like he's being chased. But there's no one behind him. No one is chasing him. Just Lars, running for his life. And that's where the mystery really begins. What happened? Where did he go? And what was he so afraid of? Let's talk theories. The first, and maybe the most straightforward, is that he had a psychotic break. Cefuroxime, the antibiotic he was prescribed, has been known, in rare cases, to cause side effects like hallucinations, confusion, even paranoia. Combine that with a possible concussion from the fight, and maybe his brain just short-circuited. That would explain the paranoia, the strange calls, the panicked escape. But then, there's theory number 2. Maybe it wasn't a breakdown. Maybe he really was being followed. There's a theory that Lars witnessed something criminal, maybe something small, maybe something huge, and someone didn't want him to talk. The thing is, Golden Sands has a bit of a reputation. Cheap booze, easy access, and yeah, shady business dealings. There have been whispers of drug trafficking, organ trafficking, even tourist-targeted crime. So the idea is, maybe Lars saw something he wasn't supposed to, and someone made sure he never made it home. Then there's the even darker theory that Lars fell victim to one of those shady underground operations. People point to the fact that he was young, healthy, male, that he vanished without a trace, that his passport, wallet, phone, all of it was left behind. He had no ID, no money, nothing, and no one has seen him since. Of course, some say it was intentional, that Lars chose to disappear. Maybe he was running from more than just fear. Maybe his life wasn't what it seemed, and the trip to Bulgaria was his breaking point. He faked a mental episode, vanished, started fresh, but again, no activity, no sightings, not even a single confirmed lead. What breaks your heart is his mother. She's never stopped looking. She's been on TV, passed out flyers, hired private investigators. She insists Lars had no mental health problems, that he was stable, and she believes he's still out there, somewhere. There have been alleged sightings. People claim to have seen him in Eastern Europe, disoriented, homeless, silent. But nothing's ever been verified. No Lars, no body, no answers. Just a guy who walked into an airport and ran out of existence. And remember, this wasn't the 1950s. This happened in 2014, with cameras everywhere, social media, smartphones, and still, to this day, nothing. His case is still open. The footage is still out there. Watch it and tell me that isn't one of the most haunting things you've ever seen. So what do you think happened to Lars Mittank? Did he suffer a mental collapse? Was he targeted? Or did he just want to disappear? Whatever the truth is, it hasn't come out yet. And until it does, this mystery stays unsolved. Thanks for listening to Vanishing and Unsolved. I'm glad you stuck around for this one. If you got your own theories, drop them in the comments or send them in. I'll be reading them in future episodes. And if you're into eerie, real-life mysteries that still leave more questions than answers, hit follow, subscribe, and stay tuned, because we're just getting started. And trust me, it only gets weirder from here.
Did you find this video helpful? If yes, please hit the like button. Subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. And press the bell icon for new videos.